Hello, this is Destructive Phase, and I'm here with episode 16 of Endless Sky. And of course the Republic and Free Worlds War are now over, and it's time for the Republic and Free Worlds versus the Syndicate War. And before I get going, I am going to say I am recovering from a cold, so yeah, I am not, if you hear me sniffling or coughing, that's why. I'm not doing too well. We've got to now go and recover, find evidence as to wrongdoing by the Syndicate. So, first off, this could be so easy, so I'm actually going to make it harder for myself. I'm going to cover hyperspace drive and go through Syndicate Space properly. So, couple of mass expansions and a hyperdrive, and we can have a lot more fun. There we go. Right, let's get jumping. Also, hyperspace drives are so much more efficient than jump drives, I will say. I'm still at the ship run by itself, I think. Yeah, I am still recovering from that cold. Strepsils time. So now, Republic territory is not against us either, so that's nice. Knew the jump drive we used at some point there. I'm not selling that. That is just way too used. That is just way too valuable at the moment. Oh, wow, there's a Quark going into this sec. That's a Quark ship with the hyperspace drive. What the frig? That should not be. That should not be the case. So that's weird. That's certainly something that should not be the case. Right, well, mission escorting has arrived, so let's land and refuel again. And then move to Altair, jumping off point into Syndicate Space. Oh, and say hello to my cat. It's just shown up to be an absolute annoyance. Haven't you, you little menace? Yeah, she's now rubbing herself up against my chair. A little menace. Little minky menace. Yeah. So we're landing to refuel on Shiver. Dead and frozen world. The only settlement is a small refueling station that serves cargo fleets on their way to Earth. Right. So we'll go this way, I think. Yeah. Cat's still being an annoyance. No Syndicate ships here. This is promising. Oh, now there is. So, if it comes down to it, I can just jump through the systems and escape. Next jump, unexplored system, never been there before. Let's go. Cat advancing from minor annoyance to major distraction. Right, I'll just try and deal with my cat for a minute, and then we jump. Yeah. Problem solved. Not right. Oh. Oh, great. Full broadside it. Our escort, this one supposed to be escorting is doing fine. Oh, it's overheated. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I had no idea it was so easy to overheat Syndicate ships. Mutiny. Attack, done. Let's land. Oh, it's great, it's been knocked out. With the airlock slightly open to allow he just collects atmospheric samples. He's dressed in a pressure suit, and over the suit's radio, he says, any image you hear will be very faint, just a few more minutes. So it directs you to the site where the secret development took place. Nothing is left but a wide and slightly overgrown clearing. After checking your radar and seeing no incoming ships, you risk landing. Sawyer says that there were buildings here a few years ago, but now not even their foundations remain, and a single sweep for metallic objects shows up turns up nothing. Speak, face, speak. Not even a single nail. However, it just points out a few subtle signs of humanization. A clearing like this would normally form in a fire, but notice no fire scars on the trees on the edge of the clearing. And our geophysical radar is picking up surface structures underground, several deep shafts and rock that's in stress and fractured by a large explosion. They did a good job of hiding everything else, but if you scar a planet that badly, it doesn't go away. The stones speak. As you continue inspecting the site, suddenly Raven's co-pilot shouts out the door of a gunboat, Syndicate at you. Syndicate ships have entered the system. We need to get back to Earth through this evidence quickly. So, back with the hyperdrive. Got yeah. Keep bringing me ships to kill, please. I'm getting bored. More ships have arrived in the system. Great. Falcon pirates have arrived to make things even more interesting. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, no. Mission failed. Guess what it's time for? Save's coming. But I'm going to try and kill all these pilot enemies first. Oh god, mine's just sticking so much fire. This shield is so stressed. Even legendary shields can't hold on much longer. Break. Oh god. Come on, let's get a speed boost from all these. Right, that's it. That's a death. So let's reload. You know what? I'll leave that ship here for now. I'm getting out of here. Sorry about that. No, of course not. I've made several jumps with the jump drive. That's about I only get 4 miles with the droid starts with that. Full broadside. I just like doing that. Waiting for my escort to arrive after I've abandoned it, and let's refuel. While I'm here, I'll plot a course to Sol that doesn't involve... Oh wait, no. Okay, no, I can make that jump. Okay, that's weird. So I couldn't, but oh well. But... let's jump to Sol. Or not. Honestly, this is pathetic now. Newest these ships really prone to just death to shields. They don't do much else. Apart from send the shields slightly. Right, listen to Sol. escort is arriving. Let's prepare to land on Sol, on Earth. Terra. Woo! It's been ages since I last been here. I'm worried about how much power the Syndicate has in Parliament. You can't help but realise how many people here represent the Syndicate worlds. One of them, an odd man. What possible reason would the Syndicate have to launch such an attack? They have mathematical models of the galactic economy, and those ones predicted a coming recession, the worst in centuries. This will forestall that recession. From the perspective of someone who values economic growth above all else, war was a better alternative than recession. That's utter nonsense, says that man. That's the sort of absurd conspiracy theory that someone with no understanding of business would invent. The rest of the hearing is little better, but as you are leaving, one of the representatives of the deep shakes your hand, and you feel a piece of paper being pressed into your palm. You pocket it quietly and open it once you return your ship. He says, "Visitors on Valhalla." So, okay, so we're still travelling around. Great. That didn't go well. Off we go. Yeah. So this is interesting. It's not straight up fighting for once, which is nice, actually. It's a nice difference. Early in the game, early in the Free Worlds questline, it was fighting or running away from people. Now it's a case of fight, but also go places. It's nice and interesting. It's also nice to be travelling this area this early in the game still, without everyone trying to kill you. Well, that's just making peace with the Republic rather than trying to kill them. Let's see. Yeah, my ship can make it there, but my escort can't. We'll land on Hugon Station to refuel. It's quicker this way though, and then Masterban and Zelda Sagittari. Those worlds will revert to our control soon. Be sure to tell the others. And tell guys here, I'm very glad she's free and looking forward to seeing her. You pass it on to Cathy and Aegis. So, there's a still Republic, but there's a still Republic. That's neutral. No, there's a still Republic, but yeah, it looks like that's a nice difference. So let's get back on with our mission. Oh, we still managed to refuel despite all that then. That's good. Let's jump off. Oh wait, no. I didn't refuel what the escort did. Okay. That's weird, but okay. Let's land on Valhalla. So I can. We are still a menace. Edric Flint, the governor of Valhalla, he invites all of you to join him for dinner at his home, which turns out to be an apartment on the 25th floor of the downtown skyscraper. There he introduces several of the regional governors and authorities. You may be aware that the Deep was self-governing before the formation of the Republic. Indeed, during some of the darkest centuries of the Space Age, the Deep stood out as weakened civilization, a place where piracy was not tolerated and all travellers were safe. When we joined the Republic, we retained the authority to police our own territory, and that authority includes the right to track down fugitives who have fled beyond our usual jurisdiction. You're suggesting a police action against the Syndicate. We want to see justice done. I propose that a fleet under our jurisdiction, but joined by the Free Worlds and Oathkeeper vessels, will travel into the court and arrest at least one of the Syndicate masterminds behind the terrorist attacks. Such an action would satisfy the technical requirements of legality, provided that immediately prior to the arrest, one of our courts hears Sawyer's testimony and pronounces that Syndicate individual guilty. Technically, legal sounds to me like a euphemism for something sounds to me like a euphemism for something we know full well is going to get us into trouble. Eh. Governor, if the Syndicate sees you coming, you'll need a full-scale war fleet, not just a handful of ships. That is why the fleet will be composed of ships from 3 different organisations. You will find a reason to travel to Earth with perhaps one of your fancy new dreadnoughts and an escort. When you arrive there, there will just happen to be an Earthkeeper patrol passing through the same system, and a merchant convoy from the deep, and its own set of escorts, of course. We need to know exactly where on what planet our target lives prior to entering Syndicate Space, says Katia. And if you want to have a court trial immediately prior to the rest, it sounds like Sawyer will need to stay here. Indeed, says Edric, but I assure you he is far safer from the Syndicate here than anywhere else in Syndicate Space, your own territory included. As for locating a target, that's where the Oathkeepers have requested you visit them on Farpoint. Oh god, that's the one right up on the top of the space, isn't it? Technology. Ooh! Ram scoop. The catalytic ram scoop, which is among the best in the game. Outfitters, scroll down. Systems. Oh, it is here. Okay, so you should look for it in the store menu. There it is. Oh, with the catalytic ram scoop, I don't need fuel pods anymore. So here's your regular ram scoop. Catalytic, 7 times more efficient. Thank you very much. There's only one better, and that's the Wanderer, but you need 2 of them to match the catalytic. We've got our high shields, our jump drive, our high space drive, the heat shunts, the mass expansions, the outfit scanner that I don't need anymore, but that means I can actually... I don't know. Nah, it doesn't matter. The regular battery and laser rifle. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Sorry about that again. Yep, told you. Right up in the north. Let's go, ready to go. Right, we're waiting in Dubai for Raven's ship to arrive from Zosma, or not. I'm just going to cancel all jumps and wait here, so I'll cut and come back once Raven's ship arrives. Raven's ship has arrived in systems. I'm just going to land, and nope. I am going to have to land, aren't I? Off a bribe. Land. Right, let's head up into the far north then. With your Raven ship again. Cat is no longer an annoyance if anyone cares. And this is going to be a jump drive one. Right, we just have to wait for Raven ship again. It's in Beetlejuice. Or Betelgeuse. And we'll just go now. Raven joins the next system, so break. And let's have some fighting, I guess. We get all that. Raven ship has arrived in system anyway, so let's land and get this mission on with. On Farpoint, you met by Admiral Danforth, the leader of the Oathkeepers, who previously assisted you to drive the Alphas and their mercenary fleet away from Poisonwood. He is glad to see you again, and expresses your sympathy, you express your sympathy over the loss of Commander Nguyen. And Danforth tells you that his killer was never found. Edith and Katia introduce themselves to Danforth, and Katia says, Sir, I was a child on Hope when the colony was evacuated. Your ship carried my family to safety, and I've never forgotten how every night on our journey you would walk through the cargo bay where we were staying and check to make sure all of our needs were met. I never had a chance to thank you before now. Never had a chance before now to thank you in person? Yes. Councillor Reynolds, thank you. I followed your career in Parliament with some interest, but it's a shame we never met in person until now. I'm glad we have this chance to work together at last. Raven says, Governor Edric mentioned a plan for tracking down the Syndicate executives who were behind the attacks in the Castor and Pollock systems. Indeed, says Stanford. Southeast of here is a region of uninhabited star system, source of a back entrance into Syndicate Space. Few trips travel through there, because there's nowhere to refuel, but with a ram scoop or enough fuel capacity, travel is possible. I know this, I do this a lot in other saves. We're on the first uninhabited world on the other side is the lawless world of Stormhold. There you can find a contact who knows enough about the inner workings of Syndicate to tell you the home of at least a few of our targets for a price. He hands Katia a stack of credit chips. Raven says, I'm going to stay here with the Oathkeepers. Captain Faze, it's been a pleasure working with you. We're counting on you to fetch us this information and return here as quickly as possible. So let's get on with it. Okay, so we're going to go to Rajak first, and that'll be our jumping off point into the rest of that track. And it's time for another strepsil. My throat's killing me. Nah, I just have to wait a bit more, I think. So you get nice and throaty me for a bit longer. I hate gods. Oh, cat now leaving. So let's jump off to here then. This is going to be a jump drive move, so let's stand by and jump. Next there. And Sunracer, Syndicate, let me oh god, that's expensive. I have to fight our way to here. Yeah! Fortune survive, this is great! Come on, right. Fuel ready. Jump. Maneuver. Yes! Oblate. As opposed to... that's... okay, that's worked. Okay, there we go. RCO. I am really cold. Pirates! Land. Katia shows him Sawyer's list of names. So these are the bad guys. So these are the bad boys, he says. Clearly the news on Sawyer's revelations has spread even to this remote world. He looks at the list and is able to tell you where 3 of the 5 men live. I'd love to see all these bastards taken down, he says. You give him the rest of Danford's money and thank him for helping you. And he asks that you keep your visit secret, he says. No problem, he says. As you are leaving, he adds, also, Mrs. Springborn, you're my hero man. Glad that you're still finding ways to pester the Syndicate. It just seems pleasantly surprised to be recognised. So, how do we get back from here? Well, I'm not going back that way as I barely had enough fuel the first time, so I'm actually going to go visit the Hive up here, making a quick stop through the Koifreti systems. Landed here on Dustmaker, and then we'll travel. We ram scoops nearly got us fuel. With that really annoying noise. Then we'll land here in Allholm and head through the wormhole to get back to Republic space. About this. Waypoint. I am really sorry about my god. There's nothing I can do though. Through the wormhole. It's not a long fight on this side. It's a long fight on the other side though, unfortunately. And there we go. And one more jump, and then we've completed this part of the quest line, storyline thing, Vegika. Yeah. Oh, I am really hating this cold. We're landing on Farpoint now. When you land back on Farpoint, Danforth eagerly meets you and asks what information you're able to obtain. You tell him. So, he says, one executive on Foundry, the other on Hephaestus. Both of those are core syndicate planets with billions of people on them. No way that would work, but this financial guy, Alexander Soylent. Oh great, Soylent Green. Your contact says he lives on a giant yacht that sails around the ocean on Nimbus. Now that's a much more inviting target. And from what Sawyer says, so the Syndicate's financial arm were the ones who decided the war would be beneficial in the first place. As you are talking, one of Danforth's officers runs into the room. Sir, he says, we're detecting a pirate fleet incoming. Danforth swears. This is my real job, of course, he explains. Defending the north from pirate invasion. This isn't the first attack we've had to repulse, and lately, Parliament has been finding reasons to reassign my best ships elsewhere. Captain Faze, would you be willing to join the defence fleet? We'll finish this conversation once they've been driven off. You call your ship and join the defenders. Oh, great, Leviathan. That's great. Get moving. God of Dark. Oh, got into the large fleet. Yeah. Next, that Manta. Is it? There it is. Yeah, this is Hell on Earth, or frame rate. Oh, shields are down. Shields are recovering. Yeah, let's get this firebird. Still the fun. Oh, the frame rate's dropped. Right, the frame rate's improved. Yeah. All targets dead. With nothing really to capture. Ooh. Right, let's get back to talking with Danforth. We just received a message from the Real World Senate. They arranged for a Republic embassy to be set up on Bourne, and a Free World embassy to be set up on Earth. We've been asked to meet the ambassadors on Earth and escort them to Bourne. A few minutes later, Admiral Danforth arrives at your ship. Captain Faze, he says, I'd like to thank you for your assistance. He hands you a million credit chip. Thank you, sir. Oh, that's the biggest planetary defence bounty I've ever heard of. That's purely for you as a private captain, to compensate you for all your assistance. I want you to think I am in any way giving financial support to the field, since that would be illegal. Of course not, sir, you say. Thank you. Don't mention it, he says with a ring. And now, I think it's best that you head to Earth and pick up those ambassadors. From what I hear, now that Raven is not travelling with you, people are beginning to ask questions about what this free world's captain is doing around flying all around Republic space unescorted. So that's gonna. I better stop at fact before I head, as I won't be able to get into the leisure worlds to refuel, which is a shame. The leisure worlds will not on the they won't let you land for a while, and after you have to really work to be able to land there again after the free worlds crawl. Unfortunately, even though it effectively acts as a blocking blockade all the way through the heart of Republic space, which is a shame. And on jumping to Sol. Landing on Earth, right. Unfortunately, Republic ambassadors turned out to match all your worst stereotypes of Republic diplomats, dressed in gaudy, impractical clothing, and carrying an absurd amount of luggage. At first, you're worried about whether you have enough space for them, but one of them explains they would not dream of travelling in your dirty old ship. They would be travelling in style, a Star Queen luxury liner, and your only duty is to ensure their safety. You have little choice but to acquiesce, even though you'd be far safer on your own ship. It's a Bactrian, a great city ship with the best shields, hull, and everything else in human space, and you are worried, and you're taking a passenger liner. Someone needs to explain to them about how safety works, I think. Or not. Maybe we want to actually get them dead. I don't know. It's also very slow, that shit. Yeah, someone needs to sort that Raven now. It's still in Vienna. It's actually a star. It's actually mentioned in Homeworld. Starting we on jump drives here to Corniferous. Nephorus? I don't know. Can someone please explain that to me? Seginus? Nephorus? And I'm really, really hating my cold. Right, and looking at how long I've been recording for, we are going to be going to... I'm going to cut here until I get to Gamma Corvi, and then I'll come back to show the next bit of dialogue, and then that'll be it for this episode. So, see you in a minute for the wrapping up. So, hello, I'm back, and it's been a long wait. It's been about 4 bars of hyperspace fuel. From the way Almondo's eyes light up when he sees Cassia, you can tell that all he wants to do right now is get caught up with her and celebrate her freedom. But he plays the part of the good diplomat, escorting the Republic ambassadors to their new quarters. Along the way, he makes pleasant small talk with them, complimenting their style and sophistication. Knowing him as well as you do, you can tell in saving up his more scathing comments about them till they're out of earshot. The moment they are dealt with, he gives Cassia a hug and says, "Cassia, so good to have you back with us. The Count has 5 members once more. I assume you've been told about Tomek's departure and Deductly's promotion?" She nods. "Unfortunately, we don't have any ambassadors of our own picked out yet. The Senate insists on selecting them, and you wouldn't believe how slow Senate deliberations move. They've interviewed half a dozen candidates so far, and found none to their liking. It pains me to say this, but we may have succeeded in creating a bureaucracy every bit as inefficient as the one we rebelled against." "Have you volunteered to be one of the ambassadors? You're an obvious choice." No, that's no work for me. The ambassadors, as prestigious as their role may seem, are little more than a symbolic gesture. Being good of an embassy in a single planet where things are of importance taking place elsewhere is hardly a job I aspire to. So what do we do while we're waiting for them to pick the ambassadors, you ask? We should use this time of peace well to prepare for another battle ahead. Those Syndicate ships on news about had equipment I've never seen before, and who knows what else the Syndicate has. Especially if they've been producing nuclear weapons. Captain Phase, you should take this time to make sure your ship is as well as possible for our next round. Idris and Cassia, what will you do this time? Cassia glances at Idris and says, "I would personally recommend a sabbatical and a chance to spend time together and catch up on all we missed. Professor Springborn, do you think the Conservatory would extend your leave of absence long enough for us to make a trip to Skyroot?" Idris laughed. "That sounds wonderful, Councillor. Shortly, you can bring us there on your way to wherever you go next. You're telling you'll be glad to, and you all get ready for another journey together." Right, that's done. So the Hadar system. What I'm going to be doing is recovering that ship from Vienna, and then going to farm the Korath Raiders for a bit. Here's a lesson on my way there. I end up being called to a stop to go and continue the main storyline. So, actually, this will be the end here. So, this is the phase signing off on episode 16 of Endless Sky. If you enjoyed the content, like and subscribe down below. If you didn't, fair enough. And, well, phased out. Hope you've enjoyed.